Hello, I'm Nostalgic Guy. Remember, you don't have to. Not just kidding. Just try to be here and say hello, Catherine.
Hello.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're doing now Star Trek Beyond, the last Star Trek movie that was in the theaters, and it's also Kurtzman Trek. And again, I do not own anything. We don't own anything. We don't own any of the music. This all belongs to Paramount. This all belongs to Bad Robot. I'm fully aware, and I'm using the examples in these videos. I'm using the examples for under fair use laws and whatnot. Anyway, so I just want to get that out of the way. And I repeat, this is all under fair use. I'm not using these for personal gain or anything. I fully understand about the copyright laws. I'm just using these examples of my opinion, and I'm trying to educate those of my opinion and my thoughts, just like other YouTubers do on YouTube. Anywho, so we take off. Basically the movie is starting from. It's starting with, like, I guess, the end of the 3 years of the TV show, but that's William Shatner's TV show. And Catherine, my first question to you: is Kirk too dumb or too young?
I'm not really sure on that one. He doesn't seem to be not smart or to be too young. I think they're just going from a different point of view, from a different age point.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I just feel, because he is maybe a little young, but I just feel compared to William Shatner that's a good point. It's a different way, and we're going to see why I think he might be a little bit too young for this, but I'm going to tell you why. And we're starting off is, again, ending from the third season. They are showing he's trying to give a peace thing, like from a former weapon, and of course he's failing with that, and I'm going to show you what's going on with that.
That's very true. Your Excellency, this gift... They're proud of untrustworthy thieves who want to see us murdered in our own base. This beloved artifact is a symbol of trust and... They want to chop us into pieces and roast us over a fire. I don't think that's true. And eat us. What?
See, obviously he is escaping these aliens that are tiny, not bigger, because they were using a voice modulator. And of course, he's using the captain's log, and it's supposed to be like taking off exactly where everything started from when everything kind of started from the end of the series. But they've been through so much. That's why it's like, he's a little bit dumbed down. I feel like I even feel like the crew's a little bit dumbed down. And of course, then they're filing everything away, and of course they're trying to, like, the end of the 3-year mission, or it's supposed to be a 5-year mission, and it's supposed to be end of the third season, and it's the beginning of the 4th season, and it's kind of like a TV show. And then you see a lot of the turning of the cameras and stuff, and I'm like looking at, like, wait a minute, it's like, Catherine, do you think there's too much camera or flare up going on?
There is a lot of scene changing and movement that does distract from the narrator in the beginning. It is a little distracting, but it is beautiful.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm on a Disney ride or something around here, or and you get a little, it's like, I get they're trying to put you in the movie, they're making a little too much distraction, a little too much complexity, if you get what I'm saying. So
Uncharted territory has stretched the ship's mechanical capacities, but fortunately, our engineering department, led by Mr. Scott, is more than up to the job. The ship aside, prolonged cohabitation has definitely had effects on interpersonal dynamics. Some experiences for the better, and some for the worse. As for me, things have
Anyway, so they're kind of cataloging things and things, and it's like, and they're like, and you see like, where's the rest of the crew? You know, Catherine, there's 150 people on the ship. Why are there parts of the ship just seem empty? Don't things seem empty?
You know, I'm not really sure. I was not able to figure that out.
Yeah, it seems like it's empty. It's like there's 450 people on board. Where's everybody? And then, you know, and of course, you know, he's obviously celebrating his birthday. He's not too happy. I guess this is a different Captain Kirk. And then, you know, it kind of leads to my next question. They're on Enterprise. Why are they using communicators instead of intercom?
I'm not sure, but that's a good catch.
Yeah. Okay.
Aye, she's a beauty, isn't she? What a damn monstrosity. Couldn't we just rent some space on a planet?
showing geographical favoritism among inducted Federation worlds could cause diplomatic tension.
Well, you don't think that looks tense? Looks like a damn snow globe in space, just waiting to break.
That's the spirit, Bones.
So they head to this new space station, and it's the 23rd century. And Dr. McCoy says, yeah, it looks like a damn snow globe in space. You know, this giant city. And it's like, wait a minute. In the late 24th century, we have DS9, a space station. And here, this is the early 23rd century. You know, Catherine, what's going on here? Why they have a more advanced thing than the 24th century from, you know, DS9 and Voyager?
You know, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. It's like, so anyway, and of course we find out, of course Leonard Nimoy does pass away for real in real life, and they had to edit this in because I think they had a different thing that was written for the script, and of course Spock, the Spock is, and it's funny, Christine Chapel's gone, and of course, they have to edit in that, you know, that Leonard Nimoy passed away. They edited when, of course, they wanted to add that Captain Kirk wants to become Admiral Kirk, and he's applying for it. And, you know, and of course, they have to edit that in and whatnot. And it kind of takes away, you know, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to put homages, a lot of Easter eggs left and right. And you know, they're trying to show that, you know, Leonard Nimoy's Spock is officially dead, and they have to edit it, and that the Ambassador Spock has died as well. They're showing that Hikaru Sue had a daughter. To the meet, apparently an alien. She is bait. She's a double, or she's a bait person as a puppet to bait a starship to beyond this nebula as a rescue, to rescue these people. And of course they have orders to you know, they have orders to investigate, and of course she actually traps them. And of course they're being fired upon by these bees, these mysterious starships, these spaceships. And, you know, again, it's kind of like, you know, everything's being, again, I feel like everybody's, like, they've been through all this stuff, 3 years of space. They don't know it's like they don't know what they're doing, and it makes no sense to me. One, you know, I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. It's kind of like, has everyone been dumbed down?
I'm not sure.
then I guess too, like, where is everybody? I mean, I mean, where's the 450 people?
I'm uncertain.
Yeah.
You need to give those pods a chance to escape. Can you lead those ships away?
Impulse engines are still trying to draw power from the warp reserve. We cannot move until the saucer is separated.
Oh, Henry.
Aye, aye, sir.
Where is everybody? Again, where is it? Where's the crew?
Escape pod, go. Go.
Anyway, so these bees, they are like attacking. Of course, Spock gets injured, and of course they find out this bad guy named Krull, who we find out is Edison, who is a military guy, who was a good soldier, but I guess when it became the Federation, he kind of felt kind of neglected, which makes no sense. And he's looking for this artifact so he could just, I guess, fight back. And he collects everybody from the Enterprise that magically were missing and now they're just magically appearing. And meanwhile, Spock gets injured. And everybody said, meanwhile, Kirk takes the part of the artifact and he hides it in one of the crew members, I guess in her head or something. And Uhura comes down and saves him because Unity is a part of that. And meanwhile, Krull kind of orders like pretty much, and it makes no sense to me. It's like, where are their shields? Everything is being destroyed left and right, and they're forced to abandon ship. You know, the warp nacelles have been destroyed immediately, and the impulse rockets have been fired and destroyed immediately by these bees. And Scotty gets, I guess, in an advanced space pod, and everybody's evacuating. But the thing that, you know, it kind of bothers me is they're evacuating, and this thing really kind of bothers me too. Where and how do they have the time to change uniform?
I am not sure.
Yeah. And of course, Scotty gets saved, and you know, it's kind of weird that. Hey, look, he's in uniform. Like, where does he? Like, how do he change his uniform so quickly if he's in an escape pod?
You knew we'd be attacked.
You don't understand. Yes, I lied. Our ship was attacked.
Check comms for survivors.
Anyway, so the crew is split up. Spock and McCoy, you know, Spock is dangerously, you know, he's fearing death and everything, and you know, for being injured, and you know, and he has a love affair with Uhura, which makes no sense because Nurse Chapel, and then you know, like, you know, we kind of introduce who Krull is. Obviously, you don't know this, but he is this guy named Edison. He's kind of like sucking the life out of other crew, but he has like this respect thing. And he's talking about unity and stuff. Meanwhile, Scotty is saved by a local lady. I'm not sure what my notes were saying, but it was kind of like, you know, her house. Oh. And then of course, you know, Kirk and Chekhov, you know, they're all about, you know, they gotta get, you know, find the rest of the crew, bring everybody back, and they have to get to the Enterprise to do that. And they're working with the double crosser who already tricked him. He already knew that she was a double crosser. Meanwhile, Scotty, you know, he's kind of, you know, again, they're all separate. They're all trying to get together again so they get ready and find out what's going on. You know, apparently this artifact, you know, that's what Spock is saying. Spock is saying this is part of a weapon. And they're all getting that this is a giant weapon of some kind. And, but I think that's the thing, is Scotty is kind of like, well, I'll make a deal with you. You help me find my shipmates, I'll repair your ship or something like that. And, meanwhile, Krull is kind of torturing everybody just for the pieces of the artifact because it's missing. And But we jump to Scotty, and he's kind of like, you know, and of course they have a lot of the homage to this show with their Easter egg. You know, they're trying to act like the, you know, the other characters and whatnot. And yeah, Scotty is kind of like, you know, it makes no sense that, you know, like if she's local, how is this spaceship her house?
I am uncertain.
Yeah, so it makes no sense. So.
Alright, well, things being as they are, I doubt I'll get a better offer today, so lead the way.
Good. I am Jayla. And you are Montgomery Scott.
I'm Scotty.
Come now, Montgomery Scotty.
Alright, hold up.
The Enterprise. She may not even have power to the breach, Captain.
She still has a few tricks up her sleeve. I'd bet on it.
Coit Enterprise, come in. Coit Enterprise. Hey, take it easy there, Spock.
So anyway, like I said, they all have to gather together, and then of course Scotty is hooked up with this Jayla character, and then it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like, meanwhile, her is dealing with, and they find this Magellan probe that turns out all along that this guy, this alien, you know, and he's talking, and she's talking about unity and stuff, that unity is better, and it's like, why is the military saying unity is making you weak when doesn't, I mean, doesn't the military usually make you stronger when you have unity?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and he's saying to her, well, your weakness it makes no sense to me. And of course, you know, Kirk and Chekhov and their estranged Enterprise uniforms, you know, find out, you know, they get rid of the double agent by, you know, killing her off. And so I'm just reading my notes, and it just made no sense to me.
Federation has taught you that conflict should not exist. But without struggle, you will never know who you truly are.
You have no idea who we are. But you'll soon find out.
You mean the distress signal you thought you sent? The coordinates were altered. Your message.
Like I said, I can't show scene for scene, and you know, in the original series, it was Nurse Chapel and Spock, and here it's Uhura and Spock, and it makes no sense to me, right? Does it make sense to you? No. And but anyway, he shows his authority with his draining device, and he's like, "That's your weakness and stuff." When he takes that alien that has the stuff. Meanwhile, Kirk and Chekhov gets captured by Scotty's girlfriend's trap or something, and then they beam up McCoy and Spock, who actually and he told him that he was contemplating death, and he's like, you can't do that. And of course, they introduced him to Franklin, and the Franklin was a starship prior to Enterprise, and apparently it had a motorcycle, which made no sense to me. And I guess this goes to my next question. Catherine, why would a motorcycle be on a starship, and where do they get the fuel?
Oh, I imagine the fuel is stored on the starship, and I believe it's just like any other vehicle. Maybe they just transport it with them to use for travel or to fill at home or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like this is the 24th. What are they doing an old-fashioned motorcycle for? But oh well. Okay.
Its unique signature makes it very easy to identify.
You get your girlfriend a tracking device.
That was not my intention. I'm glad he doesn't respect me.
I am detecting a very trace amount of Wakaya.
Does the location match the coordinates you acquired from Kalara, Mr. Chekhov?
It's a match, sir.
Again, where do they get the fuel? Where do they get this? I mean, what does it need on a motorcycle? And I'm stunned by that. And then it's like, okay, Uhura has this tracking device that was supposed to be a necklace of some kind. And of course, then the local alien's kind of like, she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to help anymore. Scotty has to give her a pep talk, and to have her change her mind. Get the rest of the 450 people out, or 400 people, whoever's left of that wasn't killed. How many people that weren't killed and whatnot. And it's kind of like, of course, Spock rapidly, again, they're trying to use the old TV show, and they're kind of, but then it's kind of, again, to go back to the original question, was this crew dumber? If they weren't too young, were they dumber and stuff? And I just kind of questioned that, throughout the show, and of course, you're getting a little dizzy looking at it, and of course, they planned the rescue with the motorcycle that was aboard the Franklin mess hall for some reason. And they say, oh, it lost by, Starhand, etc., and, they're trying a bunch of Easter eggs to the TV show, a bunch of homage TV show stuff, and whatnot. And of course, then, it's like they're beaming out, he's beaming, they're beaming out the crew, and it's like, and of course they have to leave, and of course then he has to do his attack because he gets the rest of the weapon after killing, killing on the one alien that was hiding in her head, I guess. And this starship that they're trying to jumpstart makes no sense to me. It's smaller than Enterprise. If it's smaller than Enterprise, where is the rest of the crew?
I'm uncertain.
Exactly, where's the crew? It makes no sense. Oh yeah, she has a bunch of holograms, and she could do hologram stuff to get rid of her enemies and whatnot.
You take my house, and you make it fly.
Scotty, can you get this thing started?
Starts it, yes. Flying, sir, that's a different thing. These old vessels, they were built in space. They were never supposed to take off from atmosphere.
Make it happen.
They're called starships for a reason.
Will you tell me this now?
Because I didn't want to disappoint.
Armed with this bioweapon, he could rid it of all life and use the base's advanced technology to attack an untold number of Federation planets. We're just gonna have to get this thing flying.
Oh, we can't just jumpstart it, sir.
Okay, all systems online. The lithium chambers at 70% and flight. Primary support engines standing by.
Mr. Sulu, you can't, fly this thing, right?
You kidding me, sir?
Fantastic.
Scotty, how are we looking? Ready as you'll ever be, sir.
That's what I like to hear. All right.
Bones, where are we with the crew? I could use a functioning med bay, but otherwise we're secure down here.
Mr. Solo, we have to achieve terminal velocity in order for the stabilizers to provide lift. Are you sure this drop is high enough to do that?
So they follow them back through the nebula, back to that snow globe station that's more advanced than thing, and then they realize, oh, wait a minute, they're not jamming communication. They're communicating. It's like a beehive. Their bees are and whatnot. And of course, it goes back to my original question: why, if this is her house, why was it cloaked? I don't know. It made no sense to me. Like, why? I don't know. It made no sense. Like, what happened in between that time when Franklin left? And of course, they didn't tell you Franklin, but they realized, oh, well, in order to disrupt that, they had to play old heavy metal music. And I guess they choose ACD. Do you like ACDC, by the way?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't like ACDC. Well, it's heavy metal. Acquired taste, I guess. Some people do, some people, they have to do that and whatnot.
That's a good choice. Faster, Doc, and we risk being consumed by their trajectory on the cave.
Damn backseat driver. Evade, Doctor. Yeah, I see him, I see him.
So they realize how to, I have to change my battery after that. They realize how to, they figure out how to, with the ACD to get rid of all the swarm. But I don't know how Edison, I don't know, how do you get through that? How do you get through the water? How do you do that?
I'm uncertain.
Uncertain. And then, it just made no sense to me. It's like, and I don't get why, it made no sense. It's like they're just crashing through, and they're just crashing through and whatnot, and it just makes no sense. And bear with me, I have to get probably a new battery pretty soon. And it's like I don't understand like the snow globe at all. Oh yeah, how do you get back to normal? It's like how do you get that's the thing is he gets back to normal. Like how do you become back to normal in that atmosphere? It made no sense to me. And it's like it just made no sense. And it's like of course, especially how are people, how they gravity no, it just made no sense. And of course they have to stop it. And then of course, Kirk fights him and whatnot. And it makes no sense. Why is he even telling him to stop? Why tell him to stop when he wants to, he's a military guy. It made no sense. And it's like, but the thing is, but that's the thing that kind of bothered me is even the military, wants peace.
Great work, folks.
Thanks, Jeff. Now I just gotta figure out how to land.
Captain, I have 3 hull breaches from the impact. Deck 3, the cargo bay, and the...
So, obviously they have to chase through about the weapon. And of course, they actually figure out through a videotape that he actually was Edison. And he uses the slipstream stuff. And they realize that this captain's log, he goes all mad. He turns into this other being. I don't know, it made no sense to me at all. And it's kind of like this other alien. It's like, what? We don't even have all the answers. And so he beats him up, and he kind of, Kirk beats him up, and then he kind of just, he beats Edison up, and it's kind of like, case closed after you eject him out into outer space. But then it says, oh yeah, case closed. And it's like, wouldn't this case been closed years ago if they thought he was lost years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it made no sense to me. Why are they even saying that? And whatnot. go and they close the case, and of course they have one thing that is interesting. They showed the original cast of original Enterprise. What did you think of that picture of showing the original cast with Spock?
I think I missed that portion of the movie.
Oh. Well, yeah, I thought it was really, and of course, Chris Pine turns down. He plays Captain. He turns down the Admiralty, and to me, that portion of the movie was a real tearjerker. To me, and he decides he's going to stay in Starfleet.
The nebula now. Can you imagine what we'll find?
Alien despots hell-bent on killing us, deadly space-borne viruses and bacteria, incomprehensible cosmic anomalies that could wipe us out in an instant.
It's gonna be so much fun. By the way, where are we going? I thought we were gonna get a drink.
I know you told me to keep it under wraps, but
Mr. Seth?
So Bones throws a real surprise birthday on his actual birthday, but who are these people? Who are those extra people? Who are those people?
I did not know.
And where were they? Like these people, they aren't his friends, they're just people. And after seeing that, and of course, they're seeing the rebuilding of the Enterprise A, and obviously things continue. So, it's the crew of the Enterprise and stuff.
I heard about Ambassador Spock. Is that what you want to mention that time in the turbo lift? More or less. I trust your meeting with Commodore Paris went well. More or less. You really want to head back out there, huh? Space. The final frontier.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life,
and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
So, final thoughts. Final thoughts of the movie.
It seemed like a good movie. It was very colorful, very, I think the artwork was well done. Very, I think it's just, the way it was filmed, it almost seemed like the Star Trek Voyager, where the beginning, it was just so beautiful.
Yeah, it was more like, except for the spinning and the sickness of it, it was more like a Star Trek than the other two, especially with the other one, which was so dark. It was more well done. So the next thing we'll do is a restaurant review, and then we have surprises for you for the next restaurant. Well, we already know that we're doing a Papa Murphy's comparison. We're doing Papa Murphy's next, and then a surprise for the next movie review. This is Johnny 2B, and that's Catherine signing off. Have a good night.